And we're live. Welcome, everyone. It's, I wanted to do a video earlier today. I just didn't get the opportunity to record. And if you can't record, you can't edit. And if you can't edit, you can't post. So we're just going to jump in, do it live because, well, it's a Sunday and Citi only works on Sundays. And here we go. Citi and American Airlines have launched the AAdvantage Globe World Elite MasterCard. So we're going to get into the details of that. We're going to compare it to the other big three airlines cards at the same $350 annual fee. Kind of get into that. I don't think any of these cards kind of match up with the Alaska Summit card. I think that's kind of the best bet at $400 with everything that the Summit gives you, especially with the 3x kind of foreign spend. Kid Cat joining us. Thank you so much, Craig. Enjoy, sir. And we've got Jamar W joining us. Good evening, Matt and chat. Thank you, sir. Juan Miamix, Audi. Thank you very much. So we're going to get into the details of the card. Don't really worry about too much about the welcome offer. The current welcome offer is 90,000 points on $5,000 in spend with in 3 months. We're noticing that a lot of cards are not hitting their targets for acquisitions. So that 90,000 points could become 110, could become 120. If Citi and American Airlines don't hit their numbers. So we'll see. Rupert Pond joining as well. Thank you so much. I knew a Matt Live was coming. Yay. I was going to try and get a video out, and I just decided I don't feel like editing right now. And so here we go. Prince Philip, hopefully not last. Juan Miomix, got any links? Wink, wink. I don't. Contact your local Citi banker and then share it amongst the world and see what happens. So, as I said, American and Citi have launched this card. Now, it was mentioned on Citi's most recent earnings call that they were going to be launching a mid-tier card with American Airlines, kind of in that 350 range, and here it is. And 350 I kind of knew spot on because the United Quest card is 350 and the Delta Platinum is 350, and that's what this card is going up against. So we're going to go to the upgraded points article first. Just get the rundown of it. I've also got the official Citi website for it. I've got Rich with Points website, and I've got the new United Quest card just for some extra comparison as well. So this was earlier today. United upgraded points. Sorry, Citi and American Airlines launched new mid-tier credit card. Beat the AAdvantage Globe card. It's not as bad as the AAdvantage Executive World Elite MasterCard, but it's the AAdvantage Globe World Elite MasterCard. So whatever. Anyway, we're not going to worry about the welcome offer. I already mentioned 90,000 on 5,000 spend. Oh, first 4 months after opening the card. My apologies. 3 months, 4 months. If you get a hacked link, whatever, you'll just get it. Citi's new AAdvantage Globe offers several interesting benefits, including general travel and benefits with American Airlines, and some of those are perks we've never seen before. So, cardholders can enjoy the following perks in exchange for the $350 annual fee. 4 Admirals Club Globe lounge passes annually, valid for 24 hours each. The Globe in the name of these passes makes them unique, allowing you to still use them even on days when operational limitations restrict access. So, if the United Club is full, doesn't matter, this card pushes someone aside and gets you into the club. Each pass admits 1 adult, and the primary cardholder must be present to redeem the passes. So you could do 1 at a time for 4 trips to a Admirals Club. You could do it 2 and 2, or you could do all 4 in one shot. The choice is yours. I think 4 is probably too few at 350, but would I expect 8? Would I expect 12? I don't know. 4 feels light to me because that's the same number of passes as the 595 card from Citi. So is the 595 cards 4 passes too few, or is this not too few? I don't know, but whatever. These are Globe lounge passes, so I think these are a higher tier than the Citi Strata Elite. American Airlines Companion Certificate. So this is new for American Airlines. This is new for the big 3 credit cards, sort of. But this is definitely new for American Airlines. United doesn't do a companion certificate. Sorry, Delta does a companion certificate now in main cabin. So redeemable for $99 plus taxes and fees. and valid for a round-trip domestic flight in main cabin. This is received each year after card renewal. You get up to $100 in American Airlines in-flight purchase credits annually. So this is for things like Wi-Fi, food and beverages, anything that you buy on the plane. Although Wi-Fi is supposed to be turning free at some point, so we'll see. Complimentary first check bag for you and up to 8 companions on the same itinerary. So this is the easiest way to wipe away your annual fee. Group 5 preferred boarding with American Airlines. Cool for you and 8 companions. Global entry, that's handed out like candy. Then we've got this Turo credit. So this is a new credit anywhere with Turo. Turo is a peer-to-peer rental site. It is not a rental agency. It is a company that, Joe down the street can put his Porsche Macan up for rental. You can rent Joe's Porsche Macan, and God help anybody who with the liability should anything happen to it. But you do get up to $240 in credits annually, available as up to $30 per eligible Turo trip for a maximum of $240 in credits per calendar year, with a maximum of $30 credits per billing period. So 8 trips with Turo will get you $30 back each time. And again, Turo is largely based on trust. Like it's since it's not a direct rental, your credit card rental capabilities are limited. It is not something I'm as familiar with, but like this could be asking for trouble. Up to $100 splurge credit each year valid toward 2 of the following: AAdvantage hotel bookings, First Dibs, future travel training, and Live Nation, which is also Ticketmaster. Interesting that there's no mention of Best Buy or American Airlines directly. Kind of is what it is. And then access to Citi entertainment, protections like trip cancellation, trip interruption, lost or damaged luggage protection, master rental insurance, trip delay insurance, extended warranty coverage, and purchase assurance plus. We'll skip down. They do say that the Turo benefit is truly a unique feature. That's a lot of faith between you and whoever you're renting from, or whoever is renting to you. I don't know. I don't know that it's worth it. Earnings on this card, you're going to get 6 times points at AAdvantage Hotels bookings. So that's cool. 3 times miles on AAdvantage American Airlines purchases. 2 times miles on restaurants, including takeout and delivery. Don't know why they always have to include takeout and delivery. Whatever, is what it is. 2 times miles on rides and rails, including taxis, rideshare, and public transit. I don't know why you don't just call this a transit. 2 times miles on public transit, but okay. And then 1 times miles on everything else. The other thing that is unique to the card is the accelerated path to elite status with Flight Streak. So for every 4 flights with American Airlines that you complete, for every 4 that you complete, you get 5,000 bonus loyalty points. And you can repeat this up to 3 times. So 12 flights will get you an extra 15,000 loyalty points. And the 15,000 loyalty points is the first layer in which you can redeem for, extra things with American Airlines. So you can choose like preferred boarding, which you're already going to get on the credit card, so don't burn that twice. A personalized luggage tag. Okay. 1,000 bonus loyalty points, so you could turn your 12 flights into 16,000 loyalty points, extra benefits on a single trip, or 5 preferred seat coupons. So there you go. And then they go into their final thoughts. So we're going to stop sharing there. We will jump back in to some of the comments here, because we got some comments. Salus Rex joining us. Globe is a weird card. It's a slightly worse rendition of the Aviator Silver card. All Citi had to do was literally copy and paste the Silver card. American Airlines may have been losing money on the Silver with the amount of spend that folks were putting on it to push through to get higher status. So it's a question of, was this American Airlines or was this Citi? I don't think you do get more earning capability with it, because if I remember correctly, Aviator Silver was just like 2x on American Airlines, 1x on everything else, but it had like the big features of it were the loyalty point bonuses along the way. I don't hold the Silver. Craig, please keep me honest on this one if you're still watching. I'm sure we'll talk about it on Stack Your Points as well tomorrow. Salis Rex, Citi stays fumbling the bag. Hey, at least they'll waive the annual fee if you mess up in terms of how you get it. The passes on the Globe are the exact same as the Strata Elite. 8 would have been perfect, but I understand they don't want to cannibalize the executive card's AC perk. Well, the AC perk on the executive is unlimited, so like any number of passes wouldn't cannibalize because you could just, pay the $600 and get the, what do you call it? John's Crowded in Travel joining us. Yo, Matt. Thanks, John. Definitely check out John's channel as well. Puts out really good stuff. I didn't get a chance to watch his Surpass video earlier today, but trust me, John's good people. Chemo C joining us. I was denied entry with the passes from the Strata Elite when AA Club was full. They're considered day passes. Yeah, so the Globe Pass should supersede that pass, which on a $350 card is a little funny. No, super funny. A little funny. Kit Kat, I know people use Toro, but it seems odd that they didn't use Avis or Budget. That would have made sense. Rupert Pond, credit card CDW doesn't typically apply to Toro. Exactly. So, Jero, this might be a points play that Toro credit is hard to recover with the $30 limit, and the splurge credit is more restrictive than the splurge credit on the Citi Strata Elite. Yeah, this is most likely going to be a point. Maybe. We'll get into who this card might be for. So be careful. Yep. Salis Rex. Also, the companion certificate is objectively worse than the Delta United alternatives. United doesn't really have a companion certificate. They have discounts and stuff, but like they don't have a straight up companion certificate the way that Alaska, which recently nerfed their companion certificate, but it's still pretty strong, and Delta do. The Delta companion certificate on the Platinum is kind of but like 350 card versus the 650. So, yeah. Keith joining us, also a channel member. Thank you so much. I never put any of my cards on Turo. Too many horror stories. Yeah. And you have nice cars, Keith. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want that to happen to you. Liability is a mess, and yeah. Chemo C, the Globe card design looks very much the same as the Citi's exec card. We're gonna pull that up in just a second. It's a little green. It's not too terrible. It's not great. Keith, waiting for someone to say, when everyone has platinum executive status, then nobody has AA executive platinum status. Yep. Or I'm sorry, executive platinum pro. Nice card. There are so many ways to earn loyalty points with AA and lots of points at a time. Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to get this card for it, but the flight streak is at least an interesting play. James Ragland says, hey James, thanks for joining, and thank you for being a channel member as always. And ladder emoji joining us. Thank you so much, Jason. All the AA cards look the same. It's just a color difference. Yes. Yeah, the designs are pretty much exactly the same on the Citi side, and they were the same on the Barclay side, so there's that. Honestly, my thought with this card is to get 2 Globe cards and then just take flights that have one-stop easy for flights, since the language and the terms say it is for flight segments. Okay. There you go. Could be a way to super boost your loyalty points that way. Dan Margraf, I presume updates to the other cards will be coming soon. Globe Pass will allow someone in over someone with the Admirals Club membership through the executive card. Doesn't line up. Yeah, the executive card is probably going to get some changes, and the Platinum card, I assume, is also going to get some changes just to bring everything in line. Again, the formula seems to be with the big 3. It is a no annual fee card, a 150 card, a 350 card, and then a 595 to 650 card. I assume that the executive card is going to go from 595 to 650. It recently had its big refresh back at the end of 2023, so a sort of mid-roll refresh makes a certain amount of sense, where like they can add the extra $55 to the annual fee and include some other things here. Each flight segment with a single stop gets you 4. Oh, okay. Potentially with 2 cards, 30k loyalty points. I can see the executive being a World Legend MasterCard with new benefits. Yeah, except World Legend benefits like aren't significantly stronger than World Elite, to my knowledge, from everything I've seen about it. So we'll just go through the card real quick here. One moment. Sorry. So here's the official website for it. Earn 90,000 American Advantage bonus miles, 5,000 spend, whatever. Annual fee is $350. Now they're only claiming $750 in value with the Globe Card benefits. Now they are valuing the Admirals Club lounge passes at $300. They're valuing them at $75 a pop. Now, if it supersedes other lounge passes for either the Citi Strata Elite, and it can bump folks with the executive card, maybe it's $75 for that. I don't know. That's a lofty valuation from Citi and American Airlines. I don't know that I'd value it at $300, but okay. You have the $100 splurge credit, the $240 in Toro, and $100 in in-flight purchases. I think most realistically, you're getting $200 back easily, and then you're leaning really hard on those passes coming up to $300 in value. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. Hotel stays at 6 times points is interesting. I think if you're a frequent flyer, the flight boost is pretty cool. But man, one loyalty point for every 1 mile earned from purchases to reach status faster. So that's cool. All of this would be, 2 times loyalty miles, 2 times loyalty points, 6 times loyalty points, 3 times loyalty points. But there's so many ways to get loyalty points. Everything through Advantage Shopping gets you loyalty points. Everything on Advantage Hotels gets you loyalty points. Yeah, this is silly. The companion certificate is nice for $99, but you can do better with companion certificates and its main cabin, so that's not cool. I imagine that the companion certificate on the executive card is most likely going to mirror what you get on the Delta Reserve. So, this card is really for folks to just grab points with Flight Streak, honestly. I don't see a compelling reason to get this card over the executive, because the executive gives you that straight up Admirals Club membership, right? This card only gives you 4. Now, they're 4 Globe passes, whatever that means, in terms of bumping people out of the lounge or forcing your way in to a at capacity lounge, which now that I think about it, doesn't sound awesome. But it comes in, it slots in above the Platinum Select, below the Executive. I'm curious to see how this card will come across. I caught the Rewards Masters live earlier today. He thinks it's a bit of a clunker. We're already seeing in comments here that it feels like it's a bit of a clunker. The real question, is it metal or plastic? With Citi, you never know. Ladder emoji, some degenerate is going to buy $30 Toro gift cards and try to break this thing. That was already being mentioned earlier today on a couple of the live streams. Not the thing I'd recommend, but people going people. Maybe the $30 credit. Hilariously, you can't use it toward your membership, toward a membership if there's a Toro premium membership or just your basic membership in general. It's going to be really interesting to see what people do with that credit. It's broken up just enough. So, yeah. Kirby G joins us. Thank you, sir. I like the Delta Platinum more. Obviously, it matters that you fly what you fly overall. Yeah. I'm torn between them. I get my pick of the litter in terms of the big 3 because I have hubs with all of them very close. And I got Blue Sky Alliance to look forward to, which I need to hear something about Blue Sky soon. I'm curious what's going on there. Ladder emoji, it's a Citi card. Of course, it's going to be recycled plastic, and it's going to bend all the way back, and then you can snap it at your enemies. So let's do a little bit of comparison shopping. Now, we're going to pull up Rich with Points' website. His version of the Quest card is a little outdated. He doesn't have the updates for the new United Quest card, so I'll pull that up individually in just a second. SkyMiles, United Plus, whatever. Sign-up bonus for the United Quest card can be valued up to $1,170, depending on what sign-up bonus it is. Sign-up bonuses come and go. It all depends on how many people they're trying to get into the ecosystem at any one time. So I'm not going to worry about it. They're both 350 cards. Both come with global entry TSA pre-check. That's cool. Whatever. United comes with primary CDW, which is nice. The Delta card has secondary, but you can always pay Amex a little bit more and get primary with their higher end option. Cell phone protection, annual companion certificate. This is enjoy a companion certificate on main cabin domestic, Caribbean, and Central American round-trip flights each year after renewal of your card. So this was expanded to include Caribbean and Central American flights. The Citi card companion does not even mention that. It just says round-trip domestic. So the companion on the Platinum is better. Delta Stays credit of $150. There's no AAdvantage Hotels credit on this card, which would have been better. It's part of the splurge credit. Who cares, right? You get a $125 annual United purchase credit with the United Quest. You do get that annual flight credit of up to 10,000 miles in award flights credited each year. So 5,000 miles. I think that got changed. So anyway, but 20% back on in-flight purchases on the Delta card. It does have a Resi credit. It's broken down into $10 per month. Use however you see fit. Whatever. Rideshare credit broken down to $10 statement credit each month. Use how you see fit. MQD Boost and MQD Head Start are the big things on the United Platinum. On the Delta Platinum card. MQD Boost, every $20 that you spend gets you one MQD. MQD Head Start, you get $2,500 in MQDs for qualification. So you can hold two Delta SkyMiles Platinums. Wow, I can't speak tonight. 2 Delta cards gets you Delta Silver. You can earn up to 6,000 PQPs with the United card. And the United card does give you first and second check bag free, which is cool for you and a companion. So it doesn't give you like a large itinerary of people like the Delta card and the American Airlines card will, but first and second check bag free, pretty nice. So yeah, this will give you first check bag for a family of 4 traveling on the same reservation. That's up to $240 per round trip flight. Yep. The Delta card also gets you on the complimentary upgrade list, depending on how far you go with that. And it comes with Hertz 5-star status, if Hertz is your jam. Hertz is less and less my jam. And it comes with Takeoff 15, so you get a 15% discount when booking with award miles. So how does it stack up? I don't know. Honestly, like, it's really going to depend on who your big 3 of choice is. Like, if you fly American, this card can help with status in a couple of ways that the executive card currently doesn't. Maybe the executive card gets updated in the near future. Does it compare against the Delta Platinum card? How does it compare against the Delta Platinum card? Its companion certificate is worse. It doesn't give you it. The flight streak is a cool way to increase your miles, your loyalty points, but it does give you loyalty points in other ways. The 4 passes are nice because none of the 350 cards come with 4 passes, so that's cool. The only other card that gives you passes that isn't the top end card is going to be the United Explorer, which gives you 2 United Club passes, and those are kind of dependent on capacity and stuff like that. So going back to the comments, yeah, we already covered that one. Yuri's Boo, I think Philip on his live was looking for a degenerate in the Points and Miles community to try and buy Toro gift cards. There's plenty of them out there. There are plenty of them in certain Discords that will go out and attempt to do the thing. Like, there are people who are going to experiment. You know, anything worth breaking is definitely a thing that people are going to do. Kevin Yin joining us, found out about the AAdvantage Globe through another live stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't have time earlier today to go live myself, and I didn't have the capabilities to record a video earlier today. So we going to do it now. Letter emoji. The bad thing about that Delta card is that it earns Delta miles. Yes. Yes. That is not great. Delta miles, depending on how you use them, you know, you can at least get a penny per point redeeming for things like drinks and cocktails and stuff like that. I think you can use them to, I think if you have enough of them, you could use them toward a Sky Club membership without holding the Delta Reserve, or like getting a full membership to be able to use it whenever. Kirby G, in 2026, 4 Admiral Club passes would be great for me, but with my recent move, I'm not interested in companion passes, and 350 seems steep. Well, 350 is the mid-tier. Get ready for more 350 cards, because there's a big gap now. Like, plenty of issuers have gaps between their entry-level cards. Like, entry-level is now that 195. I'm sorry, that 95 to like $200. Mid-tier is now like 250 to 550, and then the premium cards are going to be, well, the premium cards. So like, there is now a hole that only American Express has cards in, and so yeah, get ready for more mid-tier cards. Filmo's World joining us. Thank you, Filmo. Another card trying to be Amex and failing. Had some hope for this card. It's not terrible, but could have been better. So here's the thing, right? Everybody bitches about Chase's coupons, but like, Chase got the second, like, depending on how you feel about them, Chase got the second-rate partners, right? They got DoorDash, they got Lyft, they got Instacart to a certain extent, right? So if Chase got the secondary partners, like, everybody else has to pick up the scraps. It's not like you're going to say a Waymo credit. Oh, maybe. Oh God, nobody do a Waymo credit. So like, people are going to try to spin Toro as like unique or quirky, or they're going to like do the degenerate thing and try to find $30 gift cards on Toro.com, because just using a credit as intended is anathema to certain people. So yeah, Citi didn't have a whole lot to work with. I'm surprised it doesn't have a Grubhub credit, honestly. Shane Kreider, realizing it isn't exactly apples to apples, but I'd say Atmos is better than the Globe Card. Yes. I think Atmos is probably the best in the bunch, and it's priced a little bit higher. Its two passes per quarter aren't terrible, but I think I'd still rather see more passes than not. Kevin Yen, the earn on the new card is not bad. It's about what you expect from American Airlines. Most other American Airlines cards, American Airlines usually only does like 2x and 1x on everything, because American Airlines is betting on the value of their miles continuing to be stronger than that of United and Delta. So as long as it's better than United and Delta in terms of like what you can get for your miles, that's how they're going to punch it. But 3x on American Airlines is not bad. I like that there wasn't this stupid accelerator that the executive has, where that thing is 4x and it can go up to 5x after you spend $150,000 through the card. No, hard pass. 6 times on hotels is interesting. I'm also surprised that there was no rental portion of the 6x. So we shall see what else it does. But the earn rate, it's about what you would expect. 2x on restaurants, 3x on American Airlines, and 6x on American Airlines hotels. Like, they're realizing that hotel platforms through the airlines as a means of status is a way to get people in the door and get folks spending with them towards status without necessarily needing the credit card, but adding the credit card locks them in. Bob Kayak, I used to collect stamps. Philately is cool. Not anymore, though. All right. I guess philately lost its charm. FOMO's World, wonder what a $350 Hyatt card would look like. I do too. Now, Hyatt also recently had a new welcome offer, where it's stupid, up to 60,000 points, where you get 30,000 points on 3,000 spend in the first 3 months of holding the card. And then if you spend $15,000 through the card, it's like a 2x on $15,000, but it can't be any category multiplier. It's got to be just on 1x of spend. Then you get the other 30,000 points. And it's got a limited time offer where nights that you book with the card are double nights, so up to 15 nights. So you can get up to 30 nights before January and get yourself Explorist. Might be a thing to do. What does a $350 card look like? I would hope that it would come with Explorist. I would hope that it would come with some interesting multipliers. But honestly, like spend to nights or like double nights from time to time or something like that. I don't know. I have a hard time figuring out what a 350 card looks like from Hyatt. Like, I don't know what I want from a 350 card after Explorist, and I don't know what Chase and Hyatt would deliver on a 350 card. Hey, there's that new video. We're not going to go watch it. The Bank of America Flying Blue Card has an $89 annual fee, and they make it very easy to earn SkyTeam Elite Plus status if you want to play the game, and it earns Flying Blue Miles. Decent catch-all at 1.5x, too. Yeah, it's not a bad card. Also, all of your SkyTeam spend on that card is 2x. It's either 2 or 3x. So, like, your Delta flights can be done there. If Flying Blue added, like, a hotel portal, that would be pretty incredible, honestly. Or you could use that card as a means to use Rove and book your hotels through Rove. I would. It's an interesting little card. I keep looking at it from time to time. I keep wanting them to release a business version of that card just so that it doesn't hit my personal. But yeah. Rupert Pond, Atmos Lounge passes allow you to bring 2 kids in with you with each pass. Okay. That's a plus. I think that, and it's kids under 17, right? If it's under 17, that can be useful for me, but then I still have to like burn both passes when I bring my partner in. So I don't like that aspect of it, but at least my kid being covered would be nice. Vincent, to keep the Aviator Silver and possibly be locked out of the AA Gold bonus or downgrade cancel before Citi takes over Barclays AA. Has there been strict language released with that with the AAdvantage Globe? I haven't seen anything about it. But if that's the case, like if you can't get it because you hold the Aviator Silver, which would be stupid, that's going to be up to you, because the Aviator Silver does the things that the Aviator Silver does that American Airlines flyers love. And the Globe isn't necessarily going to replicate it the same way, be a one-to-one replication, but it's still 90,000 American Airlines miles on 4,000 spend in 4 months, or 5,000 spend in 4 months. So it's kind of worth it. But if you're good on AA miles, or you're good with Citi miles that you can move over to AA, I don't know that it really matters. Letter emoji, I think the Alaska passes are usable in conjunction with any One World flight. Oh. So fly AA into JFK and you should be good to go for our East Coasters. Okay. Interesting. Dr. Cran's joining us, also a channel member. Thank you so much, sir. The Atmos passes are good if you're flying any One World partner, but there has to be an Alaska Hawaiian lounge. It will not get you into the Admiral's Lounge, etc. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. JC, hello everyone. Hello JC. Thanks for joining. Here are my thoughts. The AA Globe Card is for frequent AA flyers looking for status. Is not for those who are looking for credits to offset the annual fee. United Quest better than Delta Platinum, better than AA Globe. The Quest has a bunch of credits to offset things. I don't know that it's necessarily the best, but certainly an argument to be had there. I do think the United Quest after the refresh is now like the best value of the United cards, where the Explorer was like king before, and now the Quest is sort of like the best, but the Explorer is still pretty strong. I am withholding judgment on United card. Like, I am not going to be applying for United cards until like I have a sense of what Blue Sky looks like. Because I know what things look like on the JetBlue side of credit cards, and the JetBlue side of credit cards is bleak. So if United cards can also help with my JetBlue status and my standing with JetBlue, I may jump into United cards for that, but we will see. Keith, a World of Hyatt card should come with 1 guest of honor cert and maybe 15 elite nights, plus a couple of good daily category multipliers. I can agree with that. I definitely can. I think that a higher end World of Hyatt card that came with a guest of honor cert would be great. If it added 15 nights, like you're halfway to Explorist right there, or if you hold Explorist and you've got 15 nights, you're a quarter of the way to Globalist. So like, it's just weak enough in terms of like the strength of nights and status that it does compel you to stay with Hyatt and do those 45 nights to get the Globalist and pick up. If the nights also counted toward milestones as well, that would be pretty huge, because you don't get a milestone at 10. You do get your first milestone at 20, but that milestone is like, pick up this thing. It's not really a strong milestone, so that could be useful. So we'll see. Silver ladder emoji, silver 8 aviator to silver to Citi. Wow. Then downgrade whatever Citi AA card they make up into the mile up. Yeah, that could work. Kevin Nguyen, imagine Chase, Citi, Capital One add credit card with annual fee between their premium card and their mid-tier card, like Amex Platinum Gold Green. Chase has an opportunity to do that. Citi literally just got into the premium game, so adding yet another card to muddy the waters, I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon. Capital One, like a 250 version of a 2x catch-all with like a worse travel center coupon is silly. Like, the Venture X has to go up in annual fee before they can put another card in between that is just as, cannibalizing to the Venture card, because the Venture card is just stupid now. Like, you get the Venture card to get the welcome offer, and then you don't touch the Venture card if you have a Venture X or you want to get a Venture X. Like, I don't know. But there's room for Chase. There's maybe room for Citi, and who knows what the hell Wells Fargo is going to do. Alaska Lounge at JFK, if I remember correctly. Yes, there is an Alaska Lounge at JFK. And Alaska's not moving to Terminal 1, but Qatar is. But no, is there an Alaska Lounge at JFK? British Airways has access to the lounges. American's got 2 Admirals Club lounges. Well, I think one of them is actually a flagship lounge. We'll see. I don't remember offhand. Oh, there is. Okay. And the Quest is purple. Yes, it is. Sunday greetings from Philly. Thank you so much, Clinton. Greetings as well. That's honestly one of my favorite parts of the card. There you go. And then just real quick, doing a quick once-over of the United Platinum card, or the United Quest card. Wow, I can't speak tonight at all. How do any of you put up with me? A lot of times it's 90% is what you have to say, not how you're delivering it. So the new United Quest card, it's going to be interesting to see how long they keep the new banner on there. But new welcome offer, or current welcome offer, 70,000 bonus points plus 1,000 PQP. They'll jump that up to 90 plus like 2,000, or they'll do 70 plus 3,000 depending on where they are at signups. So welcome offers are always variable. But you do get a $200 United travel credit. You do get the annual 10,000 mile flight discount, 2 free checked bags, priority boarding. So that's cool. Earn up to 8x on United purchases. So that's 5 times miles on fare with United as a Mileage Plus member, plus 3x for holding the card. So members can earn even more, 3x miles on all other United purchases, 5x miles on hotels booked directly through United, through renowned hotels and resorts for United card members, 2x on all other travel, including airfare, trains, local transit, cruise lines, hotels, car rentals, taxi cabs, resorts, whatever, 2x on dining, and then 2x on select streaming services. You do get the 10,000 bonus miles, as I said. You get that free first and second checked bag for you and one companion. Can each check a first and second standard bags for free. Earn 2 Global Economy Plus seat upgrades after spending $40,000 each calendar year. That's a little silly, but whatever. Save on average of 30% in miles when booking award flights under the card member save banner at united.com or in the United app. As a card member, you'll have access to special pricing on award travel redemptions for United operating flights when available. So you're not always going to get that 30%. $850 in overall partner credits. That's $200 travel with $200 United travel. You can use that for future United or United Express flights. That is anything and everything United travel. You can just stuff it into the United Travel Bank, I'm sure. $150 in credits annually for prepaid hotel stays purchased directly through Renowned Hotels and Resorts for United card members with your United Quest card. Renowned Hotels and Resorts is their version of the Edit. Up to $100 in credit each year to enroll on rideshare purchases when paying with your United Quest card. $80 in United travel credits annually. We have to do 2 bookings. You get $40 on the first booking, $40 on the second booking when you book Avis or budget rental cars, book directly through cars.united.com. Whatever. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. And you receive up to $180 in Instacart purchases. I think they have a $10 and a $5 coupon on that because Chase and their stupid way of doing coupons, and $150 annually at JSX. So like they're offering $850 on a $350 card. Citi's offering $750, but a lot of that is getting banked on Admirals Club. So, you know, play with that how you will. Going back to comments, Vincent Pascal, Kevin Nguyen, a Capital One Saver X would fit that bill. Yeah, there's that rumored Saver X. We'll see what happens to it. I don't know how likely that's going to be, but we'll see. Keith, just because there's limited airport space for more lounges, could you see a few banks coming together to building a lounge network sort of like the airlines have, SkyTeam, One World, Star Alliance? No. Amex, like the selling point of Amex is the Centurion Lounge, right? There's no way that they're going to let Chase cardholders into the Centurion Lounge. I don't think Chase wants to let Amex cardholders into the Sapphire Lounge. Like they had the one pass, and I think they realized that the one pass wasn't as good an idea as they thought it was because people can exploit it. Like you get one per priority pass membership, but if you have like 6 cards with priority pass, that's 6 passes into the Sapphire Lounge. Like they didn't think about the loophole because they never think about the loophole. So it's possible, but highly, 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 highly unlikely. I think that would only benefit Capital One. It wouldn't be a huge benefit for Chase. It wouldn't be a good benefit for American Express. It would be a huge benefit for Capital One because they're like further behind everyone. And it'd be an even bigger benefit for like the Wells and Cities of the world before they get their lounges figured out. So I don't see it. It would be interesting, but I don't see it. Background Balloon joining us. Thank you so much. Yo, how's it going? Kevin, you and Capital One can push up the annual fee on the Venture X or add a new premium credit cards. Capital One is too busy dealing with the Discover acquisition. Like they're going to be kind of putting things together. Like they've got to start building up the Discover network and expanding capabilities for that. So I don't see Capital One adding any new cards anytime soon. They filed 9 trademarks and they let like 5 of them lapse. And like they didn't complete 5 of them. I think the other 4 like were extended 2 or 3 times, and it like they're not doing anything with the 9 trademarks they filed. Like they let those fall by the wayside. So Capital One right now, I think, has bitten off way more than they thought they could chew with Discover, and they're just going to push forward with that. I don't think they're going to be doing too much in the near future. Dr. Grant's possibly, but I kind of doubt it. My aviator fee coming up in November, and I also have the executive card. Being with Citi, no longer product changes AA to thank you point cards. Wondering if I should cancel. Don't need 2 Citi AA cards. I mean, kind of depends on what your AA is looking like. AA earning is looking like, because the executive card does not earn on anything outside of American Airlines. So if you want to earn your points other ways, okay, but if you already have like a solid suite of thank you point earning cards, then yeah, you can probably cancel your aviator. Keith, Priority Pass domestically ain't cutting it for the banks. The non-Amex and Chase banks may be better off combining their resources. Maybe. But that's going to require work on like Wells, Bank of America, Citi, US Bank to kind of like figure that out. People exploiting this ruin nice things. Yep. The exploitation has just begun. Dr. Krantz, non-Amex and Chase maybe, but I'm not sure if you could see Capital One letting Wells Fargo or Citi in. They're kind of between a rock and a hard place. So maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how much longer Capital One stay. Like Capital One's going to maintain the lounges that they already have. Maybe they still don't know who they are as a bank anymore. So there's that. King Sam, them dealing with Discover helps us in that the Venture X probably won't get refreshed. I don't know that I want to go that far, because they already put the limitation on the lounge and added the spend cap. I think that's the first step in refreshing the card, but I think it's not going to be an all-in-one. I think it's going to be death by 1,000 cuts on that one. So like, first will be the spend requirement for the lounge. Next will be the removal of the 10,000 point anniversary bonus. After that will be, I don't think they can further limit the coupon in the travel portal, but like they may add a second night requirement to that if you're booking hotels or something. So I don't know that they're going to do a refresh all at once, but I think they're going to make plenty of cuts along the way and make it worse. James Nguyen, how many flights per year do you have to do with this card to be worth it? Well, the cap's at 12. So you get 15,000 loyalty points for 12 flights. And those 15,000 loyalty points will give you the option for another like 1,000 point bonus. So that's cool. And if you already are organically doing at least 12 flights with American Airlines, like picking up the card is just a nice, sweet way to pick up 16,000 loyalty points that you probably already would be getting. Like, so whatever the loyalty points are on those 12 flights, add another 16,000. So if you're at least flying 12 times a year with American Airlines, it would make sense to pick this card up even for a year or two, just to like pad your status. But I assume that you're spending enough, like you'd probably be spending enough with American Airlines that you probably get decent status anyway. Or just, it's an interesting thought to see if the other banks would get together. King Sam, a mid-range venture isn't a bad idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just don't know what they do different between the two cards. Like the Venture X isn't a screaming amazing premium card. Like it's good for what it is, but it's falling behind the other 2 premium cards. 3 premium cards now. Background balloon, the Discover acquisition is so big, Capital One and basically has to focus on that alone. Yeah, it's a $35 billion acquisition. And like they're going to be moving all of their cards over to the Discover network, and they're going to have to build out the Discover network both in the United States and internationally, and keep the system closed so that they can keep, like, they're not going to make money on this acquisition for at least 10 years. And like the thing that they would have to do to make it a huge money winner is become Amex. That's a big ask. And they got to walk and chew gum at the same time. The club, brought to you by Capital One or Chase or Wells or Citi, would shake things up. Well, yeah, if one of the other banks bought Collinson Group or bought out specifically the club, that would shake things up quite a bit. And it would be really freaking funny to me. Kevin Yin, best way get a welcome bonus, use the card spending that you... Yeah, well... all of those work. Dedicate the spend that you're already doing and just put all of that on one card. Multiple big ticket items, or if you have a purchase that's big enough to, yeah, like a new gaming computer can knock out a welcome offer in seconds. Or a new MacBook, or two new MacBooks. Kevin P also dropped a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I got a bunch of thank you pointed in cards. Yeah, so you can get rid of the Aviator. Like, if the Aviator is not going to drive any value for you, you can just get rid of it. Rupert Pond joining back in, sorry. VentureX Lounge change and a few transfer partners at slightly less than 1-to-1 allows them to keep the annual fee at $3.95. Scholars can debate if it's a worthy trade-off for the maximizers. General public, yes. Yeah, I think that's fair. But like Japan Airlines at 5-to-3 is sort of enticing. Japan Airlines at 1-to-1 would be even more enticing. Like Capital One needs to determine whether or not they want to be like the value brand, like the great value version of chasing American Express, and see if that makes money. Maybe. Or they kind of have to start figuring out how to become more of a premium brand. But right now, I think if they're going back to the Discover, like going back into that Discover well, they're going to build that up. And then, like, in 7 to 10 years, then they're going to ramp it up to be like a money printing machine. But I don't know what else what they can do in the interim. So what they're doing, I guess, is all they can do. Saying they push the venture up market, a 250 venture is great. 4x Capital One passes plus 4x priority pass, maybe 5K anniversary points, unlock extra with spending tiers. At 250, maybe? I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love Capital One, so there's that. YouTube experiment, Jesse. What new AA Gold Card? I hope I didn't keep that on the... I thought I updated the thumbnail to say Globe. Maybe the name of the stream still says Gold. Yeah, I was being dyslexic. No, it is the AAdvantage Globe World Elite MasterCard. It is the new American Airlines card that launched earlier today. It is a $350 annual fee, 6 times points on Advantage hotels, 3 times points on American Airlines purchases, 2 times points on dining and transit, and 1 times points everywhere else. It's got an interesting flying streak kicker for loyalty points. So you'll get up to 15,000 point loyalty points on 12 flights through the year. You get 5,000 loyalty points for every 4 flights. That's on top of the loyalty points that you'd already be earning for the flights. But it doesn't come with any sort of loyalty point multiplier or escalator because every mile is a loyalty point. So $350 annual fee. They claim $750 in credits. It's really more like $250 because they're claiming $300 of that credit is their 4 Globe Lounge passes, Globe Admirals Club passes, which is silly. They claim that the Globe Pass gets you in even if the lounge is full and at capacity. There's a $240 Toro credit that's broken up into 8 $30 segments, and you got to use Toro, which is silly. There's a $100 splurge credit and a $100 in-flight credit. So, like, it's kind of a mid card, honestly. Background balloon. Watch Capital One nerf the travel portal coupon by making a quarterly $75 coupon. Don't you put these things in the world? Don't you do that? Capital One Venture X, add more money to travel portal, add credit. They're not going to do that. They're going to keep it where it is. Like I just don't see them doing anything with the Venture X. AA Globe, yeah. Keith, I like the Venture X. It's a great earner and a Visa Infinite card. I haven't used a Capital One lounge yet. Capital One offers are fire and makes the card even more valuable. They may keep the Capital One offers on it, but like in 7 years, it's not going to be a Visa Infinite card. Just what they're doing. It's not going to be Visa Infinite. And it's half the price of the CSR and the Platinum cards. And if they hadn't just bought Discover, it would be racing to get as close to those two cards as they could. YouTube experiment. Okay, Globe. Yes, saw that one. I'll pass on it. If I have gold in there, my apologies. I'm dyslexic. Globe Card is interesting in the LP area, in the loyalty point area, being issued without spending requirements. Citi marketing, Babbel, Splurge, Globe. Yeah, Citi marketing is hilarious. Callie Steve joining us. The AAdvantage Globe is a World Legend MasterCard, which is odd considering the executive is a World Elite. So they're going to move the executive up to a World Legend card, whatever the hell World Legend means. Like, I've not noticed any discernible difference between World Legend and World Elite. Like, at least with Visa Infinite, like Visa Infinite has its own concierge. Visa Infinite has like higher tier stuff, as opposed to Visa Signature. And Visa Signature has its own concierge as well. But like Visa Infinite gets you into more exclusive things. I don't know that World Legend gets you into better things than World Elite. Oh, Chase is a banger. I don't know what you mean there. Background balloon. The fact that the United Explorer is much cheaper than the AA Globe and is arguably better value speaks volumes. Well, they're not the same tier card. Like the United Quest is the tier that the American Airlines Globe is operating at. Like the Explorer is that 150 card. The Explorer goes up against the Platinum Select. And I think the Explorer is still like a better overall card. That goes up against the Delta Gold. I think it's a fine enough card. But if you think that it's even better value than the Globe, that's not great for the Globe because it's not even operating at the same tier. So, yeah, that's potentially bad. Mark Hott, what qualifies card to be an infinite card? So Visa has a number of brands within a number of branding options for credit cards. There is Visa, there's Visa Platinum, Visa Select, and Visa Infinite. Visa Infinite cards will usually have at least a $10,000 annual fee. At least a $10,000 credit line available to you. These are cards that will have annual fees as low as $395, or see the Venture X. They're going to offer more coverage on primary CDW. They're going to offer benefits like national executive status or Avis Preferred Plus status. Some will even offer Hertz President Circle status, depending on like the card's relationship, like the issuer's relationship. Visa Infinite just carries with it like more benefits from Visa through Visa. So there's a Visa Infinite specific open table option. There's Visa Infinite concierge for travel. There's Visa Infinite concierge for things like putting together a whole travel itinerary. So yeah, it's just what the issuer is willing to pay. It's just a marketing thing. If the issuer is willing to issue a card as a Visa Infinite card, there are certain expectations that card will have. Visa Signature cards will typically have at least a $5,000 credit line available. Those cards can be no annual fee. Those cards can be up to $95 annual fee, $150. They can go up to, I've seen as high as $550 for certain Visa Signature cards. But it's the level of service that Visa is providing, not only the issuer, but you as a customer, in addition to whatever your issuer is providing you. So like the Sapphire Preferred is a Visa Signature. The Sapphire Reserve is a Visa Infinite. And so your Visa benefits will be higher with the Sapphire Reserve. Kevin Yin, Capital One can use Discover as a guinea pig. I mean, testing benefits on Discover and then add it to their own stuff. They're not even going to go that far. They're going to, like, the benefit of Discover for them is it's a closed loop system. What's going to cost them money with Discover, not only like expanding Discover's availability, is going to be like they're going to have to be the carrier of note for things like primary CDW if they want that to be a feature going forward. Adding, their own travel benefits and things like that. Like they're going to have to turn Discover into Amex with like their concierge. Like they're going to have to bring the concierge in house. They're going to be bringing, the travel benefits in house. They're going to be bringing a lot of the things. They're going to be bringing a lot of those things that the payment network does, because they bought a payment network. So like whatever extra benefits the payment network can give you, they're going to also be bringing those things in house. So like it's not a guinea pig. Like they're trying to become Amex. So everything that Amex does, they're going to have to offer in the next 7 to 10 years, and that is the big thing that they have to do to make this acquisition a success. If they can't hit those things, they've spent a lot of money and they've fallen really far behind the American Expresses and Chases of the world if they don't get this right. AAdvantage Globe is a world legend or world elite. Apparently it's a world legend, but what that means, who knows? Hello, everyone. Hey, Jerry Rome. Thank you so much for joining. Background balloon. Yeah, in my opinion, point being that a lower level United card does better than AA Globe. The Explorer still has lounge access, easy enough credits to justify the annual fee. Yeah, that's fair. AA Globe is much more difficult to justify. Potentially. But if you don't fly American, like you shouldn't be looking at the card anyway. United Gateway plus United Biz is the best combo, in my opinion. 2 passes, $100 rideshare credit, $5K anniversary bonus, miles, group 2 boarding, and check bag for $150 annual fee. No foreign transaction fee for the Gateway card too. I think the no foreign transaction fee is only if you downgrade from like the Explorer or the Quest. Jerome, in case it helps anyone, I'm convinced that if you hold an old Wells Fargo card, they will not approve you for the autograph journey without a checking account. I will be testing this theory, my 3rd attempt. I don't know, because I started with the checking account and then I got my first credit card with them. Then I got my second credit card with them. Then a number of years later, I got the Wells Fargo Attune from them. So, and then I product changed my first and second cards up to the active cash and the autograph, and I had no problem getting the Signify. But my relationship with Wells is very different than most other people's relationship with Wells. Vincent Pascal, Discover made their money from their checking savings account products. Capital One and Discover have a lot of redundancies here. They could consolidate. Yeah, so like the first couple of years is going to be pain just getting rid of the redundancy. And part of that is going to be like, hey, Capital One debit cards are on the MasterCard network. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to pay MasterCard when you already have a pretty solid payment network that you can keep and have a closed loop system. And, they'll bring features. I'm sure they'll bring features of the Discover checking accounts and the savings accounts over to Capital One. Both Capital One doesn't really do personal loans, but they do auto loans. Discover does personal loans. So maybe there's some synergy there, but I doubt it. They'll probably just get rid of the personal loan business, honestly. But they're going to make cuts where they're going to make cuts. They're going to reduce a lot of things and phase out Capital One. I'm sorry, they're going to phase out Discover credit cards over the next 5 to 7 years as they build out the network, and they're going to move their cards over. Like the whole, they're 2 separate companies. No. In the next 7 years, they're going to be one company. Jerome, I was under 524, only 1.6 and 212, but denied both times. Which card were you applying for? Oh, for the autograph journey without a checking account? That's weird. Maybe just apply for a checking account. You don't have to put any money in there. You can close the checking account after you get the card. There may be an early, open a checking account, pick up the checking account bonus, get the autograph journey. Once you are outside of your early termination fee for the checking account, just close down the checking account. You only need a daily balance of like $1,500 in there to avoid the fee. Bank of America Personal Rewards Elite, Sapphire Reserve and Sapphire Reserve Business, United Club Cards, Ritz Card, UBS, Visa Infinite, and Business Version, US Bank Altitude Reserve, Capital One Venture X, and the Business Version are all Visa Infinites. Yep. YouTube experiment will Discover and Capital One merge iOS Android apps. Probably not immediately. When that becomes too much of a redundancy to run, yes. Right now, probably not. And they're going to take the best from both apps and push them into one app. JROM, they also have a $425 checking bonus right now, and that's the plan. There you go. Get your money, get your card, be happy. Capital One trying to compete with Amex is such an uphill battle. It's the battle they've chosen. Why else would they spend $35 billion on Discover? I don't see what else they would do. Yeah, but that card's silly. That used to be a really interesting card, and that card's no longer interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to highlight the new cards. Where do I think Globe comes in? I don't think Globe is the worst Citi card that has been announced. Hilarity to some folks who are going to use that as a hook for you to watch their videos. Don't believe the hook. I think it's fine for American Airlines flyers who want some status boosts along the way. I don't think it's the best card. I don't even think it's the best 350 card amongst the big three. Depending on how you feel about companion certificates, I think the Delta, if you want companion certificate and you live in a Delta hub, get the Delta card. If you want a pretty decent all-around card at 350 for earnings, for credits, for making your life a little bit easier on travel day, then there's the United Quest. Even though the United Quest card doesn't get you access to United clubs, neither does the Delta Platinum doesn't get you into Delta lounges anymore. So it all depends on who you fly and when you fly. Do you think the Saver and Quicksilver will switch to the Discover network, and when? Yes, I do, but not within the next 3 to 5 years. Like, they have to build the network first. If the network's not built, if the backbone's not there, they can't move them over. But probably sometime in the next 3 to 5 years. Just don't be surprised when it happens. Background Balloon. The Globe is one of those cards that isn't great, in my opinion, but for what it's worth, it could be a lot worse. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. I think it's like none of those cards hold a candle to the Summit card. The Summit's like the best in that $350, $400 range. I think after the Summit card, you could make an argument for any of the other three to be the second best. But like, if you're heavy into One World and you're not going after the Summit card, yes, the Globe makes a lot of sense. If you are not interested in One World in any way, shape, or form, and Star Alliance is your jam, you're going to go for the Quest. It's all going to depend on who your flight alliance of choice is and which of the big three makes the most sense for you. If American makes a lot of sense for you and you don't want a card that is just a Admirals Club membership, this is probably a decent value prop for you all around. If you don't live in One World and you're like more Star Alliance aligned, go for the United Quest, because it's pretty good value across the board for United. And then if you're Sky Team all the way, get the Reserve. Jesse, these sound like fighting words to somebody other than me, because I don't care enough about either card, but I'd rather get the JetBlue Premier $499 than American Airlines Globe, but neither move the needle for me. Both cards, like, the Premier makes me want to vomit. Um, and they haven't opened their lounges yet, so that's annoying. But if the Premier moves the needle more for you, more power to you. It's 2x on dining and grocery and 6x on JetBlue. Like, they didn't even make that card interesting. And that's what I hate the most about that card. Like, they could have done things with that card. They should have done things with that card. There was room to grow with that card. There were better things they could have done with that card. And they got drunk at lunch instead. Maybe. I don't know. They did something else. They took a nap. They showed up to work and said the dog ate my presentation. I don't know what happened with that card. It was terrible. It is terrible. But if you're putting the Globe on the same level, that's not great for Citi. But hey, use a broken link and get yourself the annual fee waive for the first year and get 90,000 free points without having to spend any money, because that's a thing that people can do apparently. Anyway, with that, I want to thank everyone. I'll do like a better comparison video across the 3 cards, probably when Rich with Points updates by like Tuesday or Wednesday with the new Globe card. I don't expect Rich to work on a Sunday. And yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. I think it's an interesting card. I don't think it's a great card necessarily, but like, you knew that American Airlines was going to put in a 350 card. I think they should have waited. One of the things that I don't necessarily understand about about Citibank is they just rush to get the card out. As like they say on their earnings card, we're gonna drop the card during this quarter, and by that they mean literally the next Sunday after the call. You can give it some time, man. You can let it breathe. You can ask your people if this is a card that makes sense. But yeah, Background Blue and JetBlue were given the seeds for a great card, but decided to eat them. And yeah. James V. Chad's members video had a very interesting take on this card and how it may be OP. I haven't had the opportunity to watch Chad's members video. I got to rejoin Chad's membership after he relaunched it. I am certain that Chad has a way that it can be OP. I am certain that I would agree with how Chad thinks that it could be OP. I'm not going to like flat out disagree with Chad. I think that if you are big on loyalty points, this is a great way to build out more loyalty points. I think that the flying streak is a really easy way to net out an extra 16,000 loyalty points, where you need 24,000 after that to keep at least American Airlines Gold, and your basic credit card spend can do that pretty easily for you. And again, if you pay cash for those flights, you're getting loyalty points on top of loyalty points with that. So yeah, there may be a way that is OP. You have to be committed to American Airlines to make it OP. And I don't know that I necessarily think that that's everybody. But yeah, for those who fly American, this could be an interesting card to add in. I think the Toro credit's trash, but like, and the splurge credit being $100 is also trash, but like, Vincent, what do you think JetBlue and Southwest lounges be like? I will take open and available. No, I think the Terminal 5 lounge for JetBlue at JFK will be, kind of celebrating New York City. Will be very New York centric. I think the Boston lounge will be very much the same. Filmo, I think they're going to go be a little bit more upscale than Uncrustables, Slim Jims, and Busch Light, but that's certainly a way to put it. You're thinking more the Spirit Lounge. Actually, the Spirit Lounge, they just punch you in the face on your way in and then punch you again in the face on the way out. But yeah, that's fair. Liability is a thing. Yeah, I don't know what else those lounges are going to look like. Like, they're going to celebrate, like, Dallas Love Field is just going to be all Southwest all the time. right? A Nashville lounge should be like playing to like a Nashville lounge for Southwest should be like the main attraction to getting people in on Southwest from Nashville. Like it is a big focus city for them. Highlight the music, highlight the culture, highlight whatever, make it available. Like JetBlue, if Southwest wants to win with their lounges, they need to make them accessible on arrival the way that Delta does. JetBlue, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like they're so far behind schedule on that. Like I just want to know more about Blue Sky first. Jeffrey Bacot, Jeff B. This feels like a card that someone who flies 5 to 7 round trips per year with AA, especially with this bonus, probably getting them to gold for year one and enough lounge to supplement. Yeah, it's not for the heaviest core of American Airlines flyers, but like somebody who flies enough with American that it's justifiable. Background Balloon Spirit lounges would be handpicked corn, where you pick out the corn husks from waste products. It's fair. I still think just it's a quick punch in the face on the way in, quick punch in the face on the way out, and you're really not sure what you experienced in between. Southwest can have the opportunity to capitalize a great lounge at Houston Hobie. Seems like I only ever see Southwest jets there. Yeah, Houston Hobie is a big focus hub, focus whatever they call it. Houston Hobie is a big focus for them. BWI is a big focus for them. They should be at BWI. They should be at Nashville. I know they're going to do Dallas Love, and they're probably going to do Nashville. Houston Hobie makes a lot of sense. BWI makes a lot of sense. They should be They should be catering to their second, like those second level cities. Like Chicago Midway should be getting a Southwest lounge. Another lounge at Denver isn't ever a bad thing. I just don't know what Southwest can do in terms of another lounge at Denver. Southwest is at Terminal C in Phoenix, and Chase couldn't even get more than 3,500 square feet there, so I don't think they're going to be in Phoenix anytime soon. And then, where else are there high volume Southwest flights going in and out? They seem to be using the secondary locations for a lot of cities. I don't know if they can fit anything at Newark. I don't know if they could fit anything. If they could fit something at LaGuardia, that would make a lot of sense for them. Like LaGuardia would make a good amount of sense for them if LaGuardia is a focus for them. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that took a weird southwesterly turn. But anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me for an hour and 17 minutes. All 50 of you who have stayed throughout, I greatly appreciate it. You guys can, if you want to become a channel member, like Keith and a number of others are, Dr. Crayons, James Ragland, Mark Hott. All of them are channel members, so I greatly appreciate your continued patronage to the page. You can join the membership at any time. Greatly appreciate that. Some folks will also gift memberships. Also greatly appreciated. Want to also highlight Kevin P. for the $2 super chat. So thank you so much for that tonight. But yeah, you guys could support me there. If you see any pinned comments on any of my videos, you can always support me through the pinned comments. There's tipping platforms. There's my Rove my Rove referral. I'll be talking more about Rove pretty soon. Yeah, and just Jamar W just became a member here tonight. Thank you so much for that, Jamar. Greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your time. The American Airlines Globe Card probably could have used more time in the oven, honestly, but that's Citi for you. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.